Obviously a weird time for this organization. You guys have really had to deal with a number of, big time, presence type of players from your locker room being traded the last couple of days. Just your reaction to not having Nick around.
It's unfortunate. That's a big hole, and he's leads by example for our team, leads vocally, leads the way on the ice, always does what he can to make the guys better around him. And he cares so deeply about this organization, this city, this community, and the things he's done here since he's been here is, can't be matched. So definitely sucks to see him go, but at the same time, I think we're all extremely happy that he has a chance to compete for the Stanley Cup this year. And I think he deserves that at this point in his career, and deserves that opportunity. And we all know that he's going to make the most of it up there.
Is it fair to say that, a guy like him is a captain there for 6 years and like you said, set a good example? The guys who are remaining there, who are still there, yourself, others, how much did you learn just from being his teammate? Did you learn something about leadership and maybe the winning culture and all that kind of stuff?
For sure. I think Nick has brought a lot to this team. And, when I first got here, I wasn't, really looked at as a leader, and I was still trying to figure out how to be one and kind of form myself into that role. And he definitely, whether he pulls you aside, things like that in practice, or tries to teach you little things. We were doing leadership meetings for the past few years, and away from the rink. So those obviously helped, hearing his insight about what he was thinking and feeling, and how to feel the temperature of a room, what to say, when to be mad, and when to not. And so I think by just watching him, I learned a lot.
We obviously don't know, whether he'll come back or anything. I mean, that's looking too far down the road, obviously. So for the rest of this season, without him here, I mean, you guys obviously want to keep this thing from sliding off the rails. I mean, you don't want to lose every game or whatever. How do you replace the leadership void of him not being here, with the guys who are remaining?
Yeah, well, I think it's on everybody, but, me and Cam, especially with Booner being out as well, we'll have to step up vocally a little bit more in the locker room and try to lead that way as well. So, like you said, we're coming into every single game looking to win it. We're not going to just roll over and die here. So, we're playing for some pride. We're playing for the logo on our jersey in this city, in this community, in this organization. So we're looking to put our best foot forward here.
Thanks, Seth.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Dave Metzel. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Glenn. Hey, Seth. Torch mentioned that Nick was in today. Is that right? Saying goodbye to some of you guys? What
he was.
That like? That had to be a little awkward, eh? Or what? I mean, what was that like?
I don't know if it was awkward. I mean, Nick's a great guy. He's always going to be a part of this team, this organization. And, he gave everyone hugs, the trainers, everything like that. Obviously for him, it was probably emotional. And, I'm sure it sucks. I've been traded as well. So, but the position he's in, going to win a cup, I think it's a little bittersweet. And he wants to go there and show Toronto what he's made of and help them achieve that ultimate goal.
Says a lot about Nick Foligno to come back and do that, right? And you mentioned it wasn't just teammates; it was everybody in the organization that, probably had an impact on him while he was here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you know Nick, he there's not a lot of people that care more than Nick about each individual in this room and what it means to be a Blue Jacket. So, that's just something that we all expect from Nick, wishing us luck. This and that, cracking a few jokes here and there before he's on his way out the door. So yeah, it was nice to see his face again, but I'm sure he'll have a great time up there.
Thanks, Seth.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Tom Galletti. Go ahead, Tom.
Hey, Seth, I know you just talked about wanting to play hard the rest of this season. When you look beyond that to next season, are you optimistic that, obviously this is something that happens when teams maybe he doesn't make the playoffs, but you're optimistic that next season things can turn around pretty quickly with some of the moves that Yarmo's been making and maybe what could happen this offseason.
Yeah, we've got quite a few draft picks this year that Yarmo got, and I think that anything's possible in the off season. We're still going to try to build this thing up to where we were before. We're not just going to roll over here and die for the next years. So, I'm optimistic that with the guys in this room, we have great goaltending in the net. We have Bjorky, Cam, myself, Zach will be back next year. We still have, our core that can get things done.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Mark Scheig. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, Glenn. Hey, Seth. Hedge kind of mentioned it with the leadership, but Torts also mentioned the young D that's going to be kind of going in and out of the lineup the rest of the year. Just how much are you looking forward to be able to work with them specifically to help get them along the way to being able to play like you want to play here?
Yeah, I mean, that's just a cycle. You lose a guy like Savvy who eats up, about 20 minutes a night and a lot of penalty kill and hard minutes. And, I think we're going to need a defenseman like that to come in, and kind of fill that role eventually. And I think the young guys that we have with Peaker, Bayreuther, Klendo's back here. I know he's not a young guy, but, Kooks, Mikko, I think everyone's capable of playing to the best of their ability and helping us win games. So everyone's good puck movers, great skaters. Obviously, when I have insight, I'll do that. I think Shazi does a great job of that as well with our decor. We do clips after every game. He'll send us out, 10, 15 clips every game. And I think that's really helped us along, especially when we were struggling earlier in the year as a decor. That helped us really get back to the way we needed to play. So I think for the young guys coming up, that's going to be a big part of their success as well.
And Seth, do you feel like that the young guys are seeking you out when they need advice?
Yeah, I'm always open to hear anything they have to say, any questions. If I have something that I like to let guys play and kind of learn on the fly. I think that's the best way to do it when they're, in game action, they make a mistake, they understand the mistake they made. And, and you don't have to go tell them every single mistake they made. They're smart players if they're at this level now. So, but if they have any questions for me, I'm always open to give my input. And like I said, Shazi does a great job of that as well.
Okay. We'll go back to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Seth, we obviously don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day, before 3 p.m., but just the job that Michael Del Zotto has been able to do for you guys this year. He comes in on a PTO, he's only 30 years old, but he comes in on a PTO, something to prove. I mean, what can you say about what he's kind of given to you guys this year?
Del Zotto has been great for our room. One of the best locker room guys I've played with. He really lightened the room this year. I think when it needed to be lightened at certain points. His play on the ice, he's probably I would say our most consistent defenseman this year, from start to finish. He really calmed things down, played with Kooks for most of the year before kind of some injuries happened. And, he was tremendous for us. So, who knows what happens here at the deadline. If he goes somewhere, he goes somewhere. But I know he loves it here and would love to stay as well.
Safe to say then, even if he did get traded, if he were to sign back here, you'd be happy?
Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Yeah, if they were to work out.
Him that, but I would be. I mean, I would be, but
Yeah, that's what I mean is that you guys we welcome him back pretty with open arms kind of a thing.
Sure.
Yep. Thanks.